I'm sure you will remember the terrible grooming gang scandal, the famous portrayal of tens of thousands of children in the UK into the hands of rapists due to political correctness. Well, if the response from the mainstream wasn't bad enough, apparently Wikipedia believes it's a load of racist moral panic. If you now Google the phrase Muslim grooming gangs, as you can see on your screen here, Wikipedia will come up with an article stating grooming gang moral panic in the United Kingdom. I said in a video the other day that Wikipedia isn't exactly the objective encyclopedia it makes itself out to be. That's because its pages are ruled over by woke indoctrinators who care more for their utopian ideology than reality. Case in point, here's the Lib Dem activist who allegedly changed the Wikipedia entry, and on top of that it apparently can't be changed back without what's called a move review. They also state that they use reliable sources to make this change, yet in the actual page itself they utilise a study published by the Home Office into child sexual exploitation. That report stated that there were more white offenders by number, which is of course true, but ignored the per capita issue. After all, nobody was contending that there were more white offenders up and down the country. After all, it is a majority white country. The point was that Asian gangs, quote unquote, were represented at a much higher rate. But for the sake of argument, hypothetically, let's just say that was wrong. The key issue would still be there, and that's that the government, the media class and the local councils were scared to speak out for being accused of being racist. Yet this is quite an interesting insight into how leftist platforms and woke ideologues can manipulate what the masses read. However, personally, I do think these sorts of actions actually backfire on woke ideologues down the line. After all, issues like the grooming gang scandal are highly emotive to the average person who's not even interested in politics. In essence, it wakes more people up into seeing there's an ideological motive at play in much of what we read. And this has gone so far now that even one of the richest men in the world and the owner of Twitter or X himself has been speaking about this very issue.
There were, and I'm simply stating a fact, there were migrant rape gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls, gang rape them. And some people found that objectionable, which obviously it should be objectionable. And they were upset about that. And so they complained about it online and were sent to prison.
Now, I think it's fair to say there's a bit of hyperbole on Musk's part there. However, it does go to show that many mainstream figures are increasingly pointing out what we hear from leading platforms may not actually be the case. And this is why, despite Twitter being something of a snake pit and there being misinformation admittedly on the right and the left side of the political spectrum, Twitter does provide a service in allowing people to see information that the mainstream media simply won't show them. For that reason alone, it is playing an important role in political discourse. These are just my thoughts, however. Do let me know what you think down below and do consider subscribing to the channel.